Marie here in Zone 6. So I acquired two of these wave petunias. They are the Wave Purple Classic. So I bought them in hanging baskets as per usual. And I cut the hanger off of both. And I've already taken one out and planted it inside of this deck rail container. It's good to pot up your potted plants because it gives the root more space to grow, which means the top growth will increase more than it would if you left it in a container. And it won't dry out as quickly because there's more soil. Let me show you what I mean about the roots. So I took the one I haven't potted up out of the container, and see those roots? They're bound. And that doesn't mean every one that's purchased will be bound, but this is just a good example how the roots can be restricted. And so it's good to pot up. I'll just break those roots up a little bit and pot it up to a bigger container, and that will allow the roots to grow bigger and the plant to get as big as it possibly will in my garden. I also acquired some of my favorite impatiens, probably my only favorite impatient, beacon impatiens. They can get so huge. So I have white beacon impatiens and this pink color. It's called Violet Shade. So I'll put these in the backyard here and there. I like beacon impatiens because they'll get big. They don't mind some shade, and they don't cost a whole lot of money. So if the groundhog eats them, it won't be a broken heart, we'll just say. I'll be irritated, but not brokenhearted. For the front garden, which is the east garden, I have some Verbena Stormburst, and I have some of my favorite petunias, which are Snowdrift, and I also have two, I think they're behind me, Mini Vista White, which those are new for me this year. So that's what I'm planning to put in the front east garden. Not a promise, just a plan. Let me go to the front garden. Okay, so here in the front garden where I have my Mystic Van Eyck tulips, which are waning. They're on the decline. I've actually deadheaded my goblet daffodils and my, what are they? Ice violet daffodils on either side of the front porch. So where these daffodils are, I plan on putting the Snowdrift Super Petunias there, as well as back here where these, on either side of the steps where these daffodils are. So that's the plan. And then in containers on either side, I'll probably put the Verbena and the Mini Vista because the Mini Vista won't get as big as the Snowdrift. And so it'll be more tamed for the container with the Verbena. So as I walk up the walkway to the front door, I'll have the petunias on either side to kind of greet me, so to speak. Here at the entryway to the back garden, the west garden, I have my compost, still a work in progress, some mulch down below, and I have these new petunias, which I think are absolutely fabulous. Faboo. I love the variation in the color. They are called Crazy Tunia Cosmic Pink. Love them. I have two here with a plectranthus. That should overflow. The Cosmic Pink should be more of a mounding. And then I have some, is this Lobularia? Snow Princess, what is it? Lobularia. And I think that should overflow as well. So I have three different structures here, so to speak. I have the big blooms of the petunia, the medium green and white blooms, or excuse me, leaves of the plectranthus for a medium size. And then for a tiny dainty size, I have the lobularia. So I think that's a great complement as well as contrast. Ooh la la. And for a bit of repetition, which can add a sense of order to a garden, up here in this container, I have another Crazy Tunia Cosmic Pink and another Lobularia, which that should overflow. Back headed towards the deck. Down below the deck, I'm loving this Spring King Mini Salvia. I got probably about a week or so ago. It is so gorgeous. I have 3, along with the pink, I think it's called like, what is it? Beauty's Cape Dianthus. I planted 3 of those as well. So back on the deck, I still have the Autumn Joy Sedum in this container. But the Autumn Joy Sedum, the 3 pieces that were in this container, yonder, I took those out and put them where I planned to put them. So over in that faux shed I built years ago, by that table I built years ago, by that mirror I bought a few months ago and painted, what is that called? Wood ash by Bear. And I put those lines in there too. So past that, in my faux shed, there's the Autumn Joy Sedum. So it's hot over here and dry. In July, especially August. And so the sedum I don't have to baby. It should be fine. That limelight in there should be fine. Panicle hydrangea, the bobo down there is a panicle, it should be fine. And I have a daylily stuck in the middle there. So I think those should do pretty well that I planted over here. With the dry heat we'll probably end up getting. And those Autumn Joy Sedum will get bigger and better. And I have my clematis or clematis down there, which is it Bowen? It's a native clematis. So it's not that really, really aggressive, invasive one. But they say it suckers. So I just put it in a pot and semi-planted, or, buried, I won't say buried, but put the pot partially in the ground. So I don't have to worry about suckering. So I plan on having that. I think it can grow up to, it grows on new wood only, I believe. And I think it can grow maybe 8 to 10 feet in one growing season. So I plan on training it up so its feet will be in the shade, or its base will be in the shade. It will come through this table I built years ago, and I'll train it up, and I plan on training it back here behind the Autumn Joy Sedum. I'll see how that goes. So back headed toward the hidden garden, and you can see these gold daffodils back here. Some I planted last December and some I planted in the rain maybe about a week or so ago. I felt they were not the color I expected, so I just put them back here with the others because I think they look really good back here in the hidden garden. So they're still looking pretty good, even the ones I recently planted. It was so wet, I think the transition was easy for them. Ooh, and my sum and substance hosta is coming up. Yippee! Thanks for your interest in my garden. Here's a look at the Alexander Great Brunera or Brunera I moved. It seems very happy. Once again, thanks for your interest in my garden, and toodles!